Hey, great day world. It's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action on Instagram. And today I want to talk to all of my people who are entrepreneurs who are looking to buy a house, but for whatever reason, they believe they might not be able to get qualified for a mortgage. I'm going to teach you some tricks and some hacks that not everybody knows of how to get a mortgage with a 1099. How to get a mortgage without taxes, okay? So you better pay attention to this if you're an entrepreneur. Even if you have a friend that's an entrepreneur, let's help them out and get them their first house this year. Whenever you're getting a mortgage, most banks, most traditional banks, they wanna make sure that you look good on paper, okay? What I mean is they want the last 2 years of taxes. Okay, when they pull your tax records, what they're looking for is they want to make sure that you don't owe the IRS, because you know the IRS is kind of like Uncle Sam. They're the big boy. So if they're not getting paid, whatever you got is going to go to them so they can get paid. And if that's the case, the bank is not protected. So they look at the last 2 years of your bank statements, of your taxes. Now they also look at your employment because they want to make sure that you can handle it as far as the payment goes, because a mortgage is not just a year lease, right? It's not just a 12-month thing. It's a 360-month thing. It's a 360-month relationship. So most banks ask for 2 or 3 years consistent on the job because they want to know that you have some stability. Entrepreneurs, we're kind of like, hey, we're shooting videography today. We're still shooting videography, but we got a e-com store, and then we're teaching other people how to open up their stores. And so we have incomes coming in from everywhere, and typically traditional banks don't like that. Now, another thing that traditional banks do is they'll also look at your credit score. Us as entrepreneurs, we're using leverage. We understand the power of debt, to go out and get $1,000 on a credit card and be able to use that to make $5,000. So we're always constantly have inquiries, constantly using our credit that we actually have. So for most entrepreneurs, it would seem like the system isn't made for us to actually own a house. But if you don't know, I'm gonna teach you right now. This is how we get across the hurdle and get past these 3 things so you can get your ultimate dream house, okay? I'm not just talking about any first-time home buyer. No. The house that you want, you can have, okay? Let me teach you how to get it right now, okay? So the number one first thing that we got to get over is taxes, okay? First of all, you need to file your taxes. It is okay, okay? There are certain rules and regulations that have been put in place for entrepreneurs who make money, okay, that provide jobs. We have certain tax deductions, okay, like with my houses. So we made over $1 million last year, but I have houses that I use as depreciation to bring down that taxable burden. So, cool, we file taxes because that's what we're supposed to do. Now, if I didn't file taxes, okay, you can still get approved for a mortgage. What they're gonna do is they're gonna look at your bank statements. Okay, they're gonna look at your bank statements to verify how much money that you make. Okay, they're also gonna ask for a letter from your CPA to verify how much money they've seen you make. Okay, and that can help you overcome the tax, the filing your taxes for the last 2 years. Now, for income, you can do the same thing. Now, with this bank statement loans, the beautiful thing about the bank statement loans is they're not looking at your withdrawals. They're only looking at your deposits. So as a house flipper, as a wholesaler, I'll do a $5,000 deal, right? I might have $5,000 go out for some of my rental properties. They won't look at how much went out. They're looking at the $5,000, okay? So if you have deposits that go into your checking account every single month, you can use that to use as income to qualify for a loan, okay? Now, this brings up a really good point. Because if you're operating your business like a hobby, this is not gonna work. So number one, we need an LLC, okay? So just go to your Secretary of State website. For us in North Carolina, it's $125. Okay, we can do it right online. Number two, you need to go to the IRS website and get an EIN number. Okay, you can do that for free right online. And number three, you need to open up a business checking account. okay? Which once again, you just need to put some money into it. So you have to be set up right to do this, but you can do this, okay? Now, the next thing is, in order to buy rental properties without using any of those traditional things, credit score, income, taxes, you can also find a property that's already rented out or has the potential to be rented out. You have to show proof. And you can use the DSCR loan, the debt service coverage ratio loan. So if I want to buy a duplex, it's currently rented out for $600 on each side, right? So that means it's bringing in $1,200. I got a purchase agreement to buy that house for $100,000, and I give to my mortgage broker, and they realize that the payment on this property is only going to be $650. That includes the principal, insurance, taxes, and interest. They're going to approve me for that loan because the rent that the property brings in currently covers the debt. Of course, that's a safe loan, right? So with the debt coverage service ratio loan, between you having your company set up the right way, and between you actually bringing in income for the last 3 months for your company, that will approve you, nothing to do with your personal, that will approve you for the loan itself, okay? Now, the next trick in the book is to get creative, okay? And this is particularly my favorite. I love getting what I negotiate, you know? I call that like the wolf mentality. I eat what I kill, right? I go out and I hunt. And this is like in a lane that not a lot of people practice, but the 1%, okay? So I'm getting my house off of hustle. Typically, these houses that you'll find, right, they'll either be, most of them be off market. Those are the easiest. Now, I have negotiated some of these deals on market as well, but most of these are gonna be off market deals. So these deals I particularly find, you know, by doing some kind of means of marketing, calling people in my cell phone that I might know from the past, putting out posts on Facebook or the marketplace, or just doing some kind of off-market marketing, you know, to a targeted list, some kind of pain point list. And I'll offer them to either take over their debt or make them payments over time. I literally just picked up 3 houses on Moody Street, which is 3, you know, little houses on Moody Street. And the seller was willing to sell me them on seller financing, okay? Now, I'm also in the middle of negotiating 2 office buildings. One is 6,000 square feet, the other is 4,000 square feet, and a single family home, all on seller financing, okay? We're negotiating a down payment, a payment over time, and then in 10 years, whatever is owed at that particular time balloons. But my point is, he's not gonna pull my credit. He's not gonna look at my taxes. He's not looking at my income. It's simply based off of my hustle and me having a business, all right? So for all of my entrepreneurs, get your business right. Stop operating out of your personal name. Get your LLC, EIN, checking number. Start doing these things that we talked about in this video so you can start owning property today, okay? Let's get it. You guys have an amazing day. Peace.